One thing that we always did was we went out and played, and you know, from very early on built up a small following, and that gradually grew. And that has been a very slow process, and you know, you can only really do that by continually putting out good music and continually performing and playing and, you know, doing what a band's supposed to do. Nowadays I think it's a lot harder for bands because there's so many different things like MTV where, you know, immediately you have to have an image, you have to have all these things in place supposedly, and all those things together, maybe you're going to have a hit song, and it's so fast, the turnover seems to be a lot quicker, and I think we're lucky and fortunate and one of the very few bands that over the years have sustained a career over 20 years. That's got to do a lot with, you know, constantly like trying to push yourself and writing great songs and reinvent yourself each time musically, you know, work with different people.
Working with different people resulted in the landmark Depeche Mode live album 101 and its subsequent concert film directed by D.A. Pennybacker.
We'd never heard of Depeche Mode. He never heard our records. He came on and came and met us, went to a couple of gigs. He just couldn't believe the band synthesizers and this adulation from the crowd, and he wanted to get that across.
He'd never been to a concert or experienced that thing, that kind of event, and there is a chemistry there that happens between, you know, us and the audience when we play. It's an atmosphere that's really indescribable, but you know, that's what he felt was really exciting, and you know, I understand that.
Someone else who understood Depeche Mode was Dutch photographer Anton Corbijn, and his task was to develop the visual side of the band.
I think we were a bit of a mess, to be honest, until we started working with Anton Corbijn. Before then, we really didn't. We took our videos seriously, but we were using different directors, and we just let them do what they wanted to do, and we didn't really take as much control as perhaps we should have. When we met Anton and started working with Anton, our image became a bit more unified, and Anton brought across parts of the band, like perhaps even a sense of humour, and made us look stylish.
I think the danger in those days with videos was always there was too many of these kind of story type videos that were dictating exactly what the song was supposedly about, and didn't leave much to the imagination, you know, for a fan or anything. You know, Anton was completely different to that, and I think, you know, really needed, you know.
The collaboration resulted in the award-winning Monarch and a deck chair video for Enjoy the Silence.
I did tell Anton that song was about a king carrying a deck chair. No, of course it didn't. I mean, the song was, you know, as Dave said a moment ago, I think that Anton's visuals really complement the songs. And I think one of the things that he did for us as well was to give us a cohesion. You know, because he wasn't only involved in the videos, he was also doing the sleeves and all of our photographs, and I think it helped to, like, you know, he took control really of our whole visual output, which was, you know, which we really needed at the time.
As for awards, it's always something Depeche Mode appreciate, but they found it difficult to fit into one particular musical category.
Over the years, I don't think we've ever been like nominated for that many awards in that. I don't know why really. There's good and bad things about that, you know. It'd be nice to be included sometimes, but at the same time, it's kind of like we're kind of separate from stuff, you know. Depeche Mode is like, you know, other bands have come and gone and different fads and different things, but for some reason, we seem to have a sort of like a unique little niche that we cut out for ourselves, and I think it's difficult for people to put us in any kind of category, and maybe that's got something to do with it. Yeah, like best band, they're completely out there on their own somewhere. We don't know what it's about.